The episode starts with Ragini coming there and looks for Laksh. Swara reaches there. Tania says look for him, but he is not here. Swara calls Laksh, and his phone starts ringing. They try to locate him through the call ringtone. Tania tries to stop them and is about to attack Swara with rod, but Swara fights with her and asks Ragini to go and search for Laksh. Ragini finds Laksh's wrist thread which she tied on his hand, and tells Swara that Laksh is here. Tania is about to hit Swara, but just then Sanskar comes and holds the rod, and hits on Tania's head. She falls down unconscious. Sanskar and Swara also go there and start breaking the wall. Laksh gains consciousness, but is still drowsy. Ragini calls Laksh. Sanskar and Swara is relieved seeing him. Tania gains consciousness and tells you people can't save Laksh, he has to die. She is about to stab Swara, but Ragini comes in between and gets stabbed. Laksh shouts Ragini. Tania is about to stab her again, but Sanskar holds her hand. An injured Ragini goes to Laksh and assures him that she will not let anything happen to him. She moves the bricks and reaches him. Police comes there and arrest Kavya. Kavya says I will not leave you all. Inspector asks constable to call ambulance. Ragini tells Laksh that she said that nothing will happen to him. She tells Swara that nobody can make Swaragini lose. She closes her eyes. Laksh, Swara and Sanskar gets shocked and shattered. Swara recalls her moments with Ragini. A sad song Norkuda plays while in the ambulance on the way to hospital. Laksh tells Ragini that nothing will happen to her. They take her to hospital. Nurse asks Laksh to sit properly and says she will dress up his wounds. Laksh asks her to leave him and make Ragini fine. Nurse says we can't do anything to her until she gains consciousness. Laksh realizes his mistakes and apologizes to Ragini. He asks her to get up and punish him. Suddenly they feel movement in her. Nurse calls doctor and asks him to come soon. They take her to hospital. Dadi asks Swara not to come near her later. Sumi and Shekhar stands shockingly. Shekhar asks Durga Prasad and his family to leave. Durga Prasad folds his hands as well, and says we will leave but please tell us if we can help you in any way. Shekhar refuses. Doctors operates on Ragini. Sanskar asks Swara to be there, and says Ragini needs you. Doctor comes out and says wound is not deep, and she is fine. Dadi insists to take her home. Doctor agrees to let her go home. Later doctor comes home and checks Ragini. She says until she is having fever. Dadi asks what? Doctor says her body can go in shock because of fever. Swara brings cold water and gives it to doctor. Doctor asks them to bring injection and says she will give injection after an hour. Dadi asks if she will be fine. Doctor says I can't tell until her fever lowers else we have to shift her to ICU. Dadi cries worrying for Ragini and prays for her recovery. Sumi says our Ragini will be fine. Swara cries. She gets Annapurna's call. She goes out to pick call. Annapurna asks her about Ragini. Swara says she is fine, but having high fever. Dadi comes behind Swara and scolds her for ruining Ragini's life. She asks why you don't let her live peacefully. Shekhar comes and asks what are you saying? Dadi asks him to keep quiet and blames Shekhar for sending Ragini with Swara. Sumi says Ma Dadi says you are not her real mum and that's why don't know the pain. Sumi is shocked.